Today is World Heart Day.
Yes.
All right, it's a very important day because you see, your heart is one.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have two hearts. You don't have a spare heart. We only have one heart. And if it goes, it's gone. You're done. You're finished. You know, so it's important for us to have the conversation about that. You know, the different conditions that people go through. People are finding themselves challenged in places like hospitals and other care facilities. And they've been struggling. You know, you're looking for a transplant, you're looking for all kinds of help. But in places like Ghana, you know, our healthcare hasn't reached the place where people have easy access to these things. But others are helping.
Yes,
as well.
One of the main people helping and leading the charge to create more awareness is our friend Neo Kai, and he's here. He's back to talk to us about his Saving Hearts Foundation and what's been going on with the Cardiothoracic Center as well. Good morning, Neo Kai. Welcome back to
Good morning.
Daily.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Very good.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So tell us about the birthday concert you organized, because you were here a short while ago to tell us about the concert. And
It
how
was,
did it go?
it was super. It was beautiful. And the support I had from that has been mind-blowing. I remember saying here that it's normally not even those who contribute during the campaign, but those who hear about it and give you a surprise call that I heard about what you are doing and I'm touched. To make, you know, and when they mention the figures, it's just mind-blowing. You're like, God has touched somebody's heart to support. So it's been good. The concert itself was beautiful. I mean, sound, pictures, everything. And the support and the awareness that was created or is still ongoing, you know, it's a beautiful thing. And today, World Hearts Day, no better day than to, you know, highlight, you know, why we need to support causes like this.
Okay, so in case somebody has been hiding under a rock and they don't know why you've been raising these funds, just talk to us about the Neo Kai Saving Hearts Foundation and your partnership with Citi for raising funds.
Beautiful. So the Saving Hearts Foundation began as a project to do 10 hearts, to fund 10 hearts surgeries in Ghana. And at that time, we partnered with the Ghana Heart Foundation, and we, through the efforts of our partners, especially Citi, you know, Citi FM, Citi TV later, we were able to, in 3 years, fund and sponsor 10 successful surgeries.
3 years? Wow.
Yes, in 3 years.
That's
You know.
major.
How much is the cost of one heart surgery?
Ordinarily, it's $6,000 if you want to do it at cardio. You know, but the complications vary. You know, you can get some for $2,500, some for $15,000 if it has to be, the person has to be flown to India and all those other places. So we focused on those that were operable in Ghana. You know, and we did about 3 at the cardio center, and then we did the 3 plus 7, right? The 7 left at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. Yeah, because when we went there to do 3, we realized that there was a whole mass of people waiting for attention. And every week they are not turned away, but given hope.
That something may happen.
Something may happen. You know, so we were touched to dwell there for a bit, and we were able to clear the 10. And when we thought we could just, you know, roll our sleeves and say we are done, our partners said no. You need to continue the effort, because it's quite a very difficult project to champion. It's easier to champion malaria because with the same amount of money, you can touch many more people. You get it. But somebody must do it. Somebody must talk about it. And that's why we are still on. We've set ourselves an ambitious target to do 40 this time.
And you're on course.
Yes. We did 5 before the lockdown, before this whole COVID thing. And we are back up.
Great.
And I'm here today to announce that we are sponsoring 3 today.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, super.
Yeah,
So three people's
super.
lives are going to be saved
Wow.
because of you and your efforts and your
Well
team.
done.
And support from City TV and all our partners.
This is awesome. All right.
All right, so we've also been joined on Zoom by Dr. Adoma, and she has been involved in some of this projects that we've been talking about with Neo Kai Saving Hearts Foundation. And Dr. Adoma, good morning.
Good morning, David.
How are you?
Doing well. Hello, Nee. Hello, Koki. Good morning.
Hello, Dr. Adoma. Hello, Dr. Adoma. Thanks for joining us.
Now, if I say that it's been 20 years since I saw you, people will be wondering about hey, what are these people talking about? Because you look barely, a day over 20 yourself.
You know.
But you guys haven't changed, though. Nee still looks the same. The same height.
Yeah, Nidia, still looks the same. I mean, me have changed.
Not really, David. Your slangs are still the same.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, Dr. Adoma, we'll get the lowdown on David in a bit. But let's talk about what we're talking about this morning, which is World Heart Day.
Yes.
And since you are a pediatrician, you specialize in treating children. You see cases of children who need heart surgery, who have hole in hearts, etc. Talk to us about where you sit in Kumasi. Neo Kai has already told us about the kind of pressure that a hospital like Komfo Anokye faces with cases like this. But talk to us from a pediatric standpoint about what the situation and the picture is like for children who face heart disease and heart complications in Ghana.
So, on the ground, worldwide, about 0.8 to about 1.2% of every birth will have a congenital heart disease. So that is a statistic that is there. Wow. And we realized that, I was just talking to somebody this morning, and she was saying that she has about 200 children in her clinic who have congenital heart disease. But the way the kids present, sometimes the diagnosis is even missed. I remember I was talking to somebody from Upper East, and he was suspecting congenital heart disease in a child. But then they didn't have money to go and do the echo. They had to be referred to another region to go and get the echo done. And that would confirm that, yes, they do have a congenital heart disease. And then they could be included in our whole database of congenital heart diseases. But he can't even get the diagnosis made. So on the ground, we have a lot of children who have congenital heart disease. Last week, I was in the clinic, and then this big girl came in. She's about maybe 9 or 10. And as soon as I saw her, I said, this girl has a congenital heart disease. So I was expecting the mother who she came with to tell me that, oh yes, this child has congenital heart disease and we are coming for review or something. Can you believe this mother said, oh, the kid has been having easy fatigability. Well, it gets very tired every now and then. She's been having it for quite a long time. When she walks a little bit, she has to stop and rest. She has to squat and things like that. She's been treating her for malaria, giving her paracetamol, giving her iron tablets and that stuff. And she's coming in at 9 years of age. This child has been missed for 9 solid years. Can you imagine what this child has gone through? You see your colleagues playing ampe, whatever games they play these days. You don't have the energy to do it. You want to do it. We know that on the playground, that's where kids develop their social skills and their social development. Social development really goes on. You don't have the energy to get involved in any of these things, all because your diagnosis has not been made. There are so many kids out there whose diagnoses have not even been made. And there are many whose diagnoses have been made, but then it's still for the funds to get their surgeries done for them. It's a huge burden. So what we are seeing is just probably the tip of the iceberg, because like I said, some of them are not even getting the finances to get the diagnosis made at all.
So you said when you saw her, you immediately suspected. How easy or challenging is it to diagnose and then to treat?
Okay, so right from the moment the child is born, you may see that the baby is a bit bluish. The lips are blue, the fingers are blue. You may see the child is bluish. You may see the child is having fast breathing. Or sometimes you may see that the child has become a little bit swollen, or the baby feeds a little and then has to stop to rest. When we see these things, we have a suspicion that this baby may have a congenital heart disease or a heart problem. If we don't pick it then, as the child is growing, the mother may complain that the child sweats on feeding, she walks a little bit, she gets tired, they may see the blueness like I saw yesterday. There's something we call clubbing. Normally you see that the fingers become a little bit bigger than normal and the nails look a little bit different. You see that the tongue may be blue or things like that. Or the child may even come in with a stroke, and maybe from a congenital heart disease. So when we see things like that, then we think that this child may have a congenital heart disease. Let's work this child out. Now that begins the journey. So we'll do an x-ray for the child, a chest x-ray, just to see the heart shape. For some of them, just by looking at the x-ray, you can have a fair idea of the kind of disease he has. But then you can't just jump into theater with that picture. You need to get an echo done. The echo is a little bit more expensive. I think it's now about 300 Ghana cedis. And it's not done everywhere because it is a highly skilled investigation. So it's not done just everywhere. So like this gentleman I said in Upper East, he had to move the child to Tamale or down to Kumasi to get the echo done for this child. And you can imagine if the kid is critically ill, and can't just, in the hospital, you can just move to the x-ray unit to get the x-ray done, move back. But then if he has to be sent across regions to get the echo done, that means that they're going to have to come in an ambulance all the way down to Kumasi or go to Accra where they can get it done. So that is also a challenge. So the finances are a challenge, and then the ease of ability to make the diagnosis is also a challenge. But that's basically how we diagnose. The chest x-ray, the echo, sometimes we do an ECG. They place these sticky things on your chest and they see how your heart is functioning. And these are basically what we normally use to diagnose.
Dr. Aduma, we'll definitely need to engage you further on this so you can basically tell us your wish list as a pediatrician, what we can do as a country to try to improve the situation. So thanks for joining us from where you are. We'll touch base with you definitely later on. But Nee, we know you're doing something with the Cardiothoracic Center here at Korle Bu in Accra. So talk to us about what you're doing with them.
It's actually with Aduma's colleague pediatrician at Konfanoche. We because of the success of the concert, I made a call that, look, do you have any child who needs to do surgery ASAP?
Right.
Because World Heart Day is coming. We want to make the donation. So the children are not aware, the parents are not aware. It's just the pediatrician who is aware. So from here, we're just moving there, going to make payment. They are actually coming for a review today.
So they think.
So they think. And then it will be made known to them that, well, it's been paid for, so we are scheduling you for surgery on such and such a date, and we get a thing done.
Wow.
This is so touching.
Wow.
Oh, we thank God for grace.
what the impact is going to have on them, and we'll like to hear the feedback on that.
Awesome.
Once it's done.
And we have one in Konfanoche as well. This very afternoon. We are going to make the payment.
Wow. Well done.
I just want to say thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you.
God.
And Ghana thanks you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And
we do.
It's fantastic.
It is.
Keep doing it, because somebody's got to do it.
Thank you for giving us hope and for using your imagination to make things happen. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well done, Nee Okai and the
Thank
Saving
you,
Hearts
and
Foundation.
thank you, City TV, City FM. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
We're glad to have you.
Well, we've been having a conversation with Nee Okai and about the Saving Hearts Foundation. And of course, this is Breakfast Daily. We do have a lot that's coming up in the show. Today is World Heart Day, so our main focus throughout the show will be talking about the heart. Of course, later on we'll be talking about Hello Mr. President. We'll be having Consumer Tech segment. But before all of that, will be News Review. Well, my name is David Kwekusichi.
My name is